Hello everyone, welcome to Botany Insider, and in this lecture we would be dealing with the second phytohormone, that is the cytokinin, in detail. So let us first of all have the introduction about the cytokinin plant hormone. So the most important point is that it is basic in nature, and the second point is that it promotes cytokinesis. The name of the hormone is cytokinin and it promotes cytokinesis. And what is cytokinesis? So cytokinesis in simple word means the cell division. That is, this is the plant hormone that actually regulate or that actually promotes the division of the cells in order to increase its number. And the next point is that it follows two component histidine system pathway for its signaling purpose. We would understand about this in the subsequent slides. And the last point is that it is aminopurine and phenylurea derivative. Make sure you remember all these 4 points because they are very important and questions can be framed from this part in the form of statement type. So let's move forward and understand the discovery of this plant hormone. So the discovery was mainly from the degraded autoclaved herring sperm DNA by Miller. So the scientist that worked upon the discovery or that actually discovered this hormone was Miller in the year 1955, and this hormone was initially known as chitin, which in chemical words or in chemical sense was known as 6-furfuryl aminopurine. One question have been previously asked from this area, and also we have discussed the same question in the previous video. So make sure you have watched that video and also solved that previous year question for a better understanding of this topic. So the first natural cytokinin that was obtained from the unripe maize grains, it was known as zeatin, which have a molecular composition as 6-hydroxy-3-methyl trans 2-butanoyl aminopurine. This cytokinin is also found in the coconut milk. So two important points to remember is that when the cytokinin was initially discovered, it was given the name of chitin, and the first natural cytokinin that is found in the unripe maize grain was given the name of zeatin. Make sure you remember the difference between chitin and zeatin because many times we get confused between these similar terms and to mark the incorrect option. So make sure you remember the difference. So let's move forward and understand about the biosynthesis location. What is biosynthesis? In simple word, it means the location where the cytokinin is getting synthesized or is getting produced in the plant. So it is majorly produced in the roots, as roots is the major source. So when it is produced in the roots, so it gets transported to the upper parts of the plant by the help of xylem. And if it is produced in the shoots as a minor source, then it is transported to the downward area by the help of the vascular tissue, that is the phloem. Cytokinin also occurs in the cell division areas like the endosperm region of the seeds, the growing embryo, the developing seeds, young fruits and the developing shoot buds, etc. So as you can see that all of these components or all of these parts have one thing in common, that they all are growing or they all are in the developmental stage. So there is much requirement of cells to divide here, and hence cytokinin is found in these areas in order to facilitate or in order to promote the cell division, so that these growing areas can grow and can develop in a better way. So let's understand about the pathway of the cytokinin synthesis. So we have 3 main steps. In the first step, we have the ATP or the ADP getting combined with DAMPP, that is dimethyl allyl phosphate, and this in the presence of IPT, that is isopentyl transferase, get converted into IPDP or IPTP, which stands for isopentyl adenosine 5' monophosphate, and finally this IPDP or IPTP gets converted into zeatin, which is the actual or which is the initial name of the cytokinin plant hormone in the presence of the enzyme hydroxylase. So this is the only pathway that we need to remember in case of cytokinin. Let's move forward. So the important functions of the cytokinin hormone are, the first one is that it leads to the retardation of leaf senescence, that is it have the negative impact or it leads to the inhibition of the leaf senescence, that is we can also say that it is a negative regulator of senescence, about which we have already discussed in the introduction video. So as you can see that it is retarding the leaf senescence, it have a very genuine reason to it. Why? Because we have just studied that cytokinin is a hormone that actually leads to cytokinesis, and cytokinesis means the cell division, and if in a plant there is occurring cell division, so it cannot undergo senescence because senescence is a process of aging. So it is a very obvious thing that it would be retarding the leaf senescence, it would be retarding the aging of the leaves as its positive function for the plant in order to have its development going on in the nature. Then the next important function is that it leads to crown gall formation, and what it is. So when we would be studying about the agrobacterium mediated gene transfer, we would understand that in the case of the TI plasmid, which is a part of the tDNA, in that we have three main regions, and in those three regions, one of the region is the cytokinin producing region. So that cytokinin producing region along with the auxin producing region, which is also present in that TI plasmid, helps in the formation of crown gall disease in the plants. The next important function is that it leads to decreasing the apical dominance. So we can say that it works opposite to auxin. So what is apical dominance? We have already studied. So apical dominance was that when in a plant, the apical meristem, the apical growing region, which is inhibiting the growth or which is inhibiting the function or the activity of the lateral buds in order to just increase its stem length and not its girth, that dominance was known as apical dominance. So cytokinin actually decreases apical dominance and helps the plant to have the increase in its girth by having the lateral buds to function more effectively, that is it functions opposite to the auxin hormone. The next important function is cell division, cell elongation, chloroplast maturation. It is one of the most important and frequently repeated functions of cytokinin hormone. So make sure you remember this. And the last important function is that it helps in the differentiation in the plants. So let's understand about the metamorphosis. So metamorphosis in very simple word means change in the state. But in this case, we have to understand metamorphosis in terms of the two plant hormones, that is cytokinin and auxin. We will understand this by the help of shoot and root initiation concept. We have three main cases, and make sure you remember them because it is very important and many questions have been asked from this area. So we have three main cases. In the first case, we have in a particular experimental condition, if in the experiment we have high cytokinin and low auxin, so it would lead to the shoot initiation because high cytokinin would actually promote the shoot initiation and low auxin would have negligible effect. In the second case, we have high auxin and low cytokinin. So in this case, because of high auxin, there would be production or there would be the initiation of the root in that particular experimental condition. And in the third case, we have equal amount of auxin and cytokinin in this particular plate. So it would lead to the formation of callus, that it would lead to the formation of the cells in a colony. So depending upon the high and the low concentration of a particular plant hormone in the experimental condition helps us to understand, or helps the experimental condition to have a particular type of root or a shoot initiated because of the action of the high concentrated plant hormone present, as high cytokinin helped in the shoot initiation, high auxin helped in the root initiation, but if they both are present in the equal amount, that lead to the formation of the callus, that is the colony of cells without any specific differentiation. So this is all about the cases of high and low concentration of auxin on cytokinin in alternative cases. Make sure you remember them. It is very, very important. If you do not understand it once, try to go back and rewind the video to get the concept clear of this topic. Let's move forward and understand about the signaling pathway. So first point to remember is that the cytokinin follows the histidine 2 component pathway, and the next point to remember is that in this signaling pathway the receptor is the CRE1, that is cytokinin response 1, which also have a chase domain, that is CHASE domain. And the next important point is that there is a presence of AHP, that is histidine phosphotransferase protein. Why A is present? Because we are talking about the Arabidopsis in particular. So let us understand about the 2 component signaling pathway. So this type of signaling pathway is actually like a relay race, that is the phosphorylated component transports or transfers the phosphorylated protein, the phosphorylated phosphor, to the next member, and this process continues until the phosphorylated segment is transported to the response regulator. So in the initial we have the hybrid sensor histidine kinase, and there initiates the phosphorylation. So this phosphorylated phosphate gets transported to the next member, and then in the middle we have the HPT, which was the histidine phosphotransferase protein, which is in particular known as HPT, and from the HPT it gets transported to the response regulator, and finally after the response regulator receives the phosphorylated component, it leads to the activation of the transcription, and finally the signaling pathway gets completed. So this is the complete signaling pathway of the cytokinin. So let's understand it. It is very simple to understand. So initially we have the receptor as having the chase domain. We have just understood that the receptor was CRE1 and it contained the chase domain. So we have the chase domain in the CRE1 receptor. We have 2 segments or 2 components of the same present in the plasma membrane, and when this chase domain gets binded with the cytokinin, which is the plant hormone we are focusing upon, there occurs a relay race, there occurs the transferring of this phosphate. So initially we have the phosphate at the H, then it is getting transported to the D domain, and after this it gets transported to the H domain, and this H domain was actually known as the HPT, which was histidine phosphatase transferase, and after this phosphorylation it gets the entry into the nucleus, and after entering the nucleus there occurs 2 responses of this HPT. In the first response it leads to the phosphorylation of the type 1, and when the type 1 get phosphorylated it leads to the response. And what is the response? The response is the cytokinin getting activated and performing all the functions. And in the second case, in the second part, we have the type B getting activated, and in this case there are 2 main responses. That is, the first response is, or the first secondary response of this type B getting phosphorylated is that it phosphorylates the type A in the initial case. So this is the second bypass method by which the type 1 get activated, and the second response is that it leads to the response of the cytokinin getting activated. So what we need to remember is that either type 1 is getting activated or the type 2 is getting activated. In both of the cases, the final result is that the cytokinin is performing the final function, which is the ultimate goal of this signaling pathway. The last point to remember is that when the type A gets activated, it leads to the inhibition of type B getting activated. Why? Because we have just studied that if initially type A is getting activated, it leads to the response. So if both of type A and type B gets activated simultaneously, there would occur a hyper response, as the type B, in the final result of the secondary response, it is activating type A also, and in addition to that, it is also having the response of the cytokinin. So in order to avoid any mishappening in the plant, in order to avoid any hyper reaction of cytokinin in the plant actually makes sure that if type B is getting activated, type A would not be activated, and the same is the case vice versa, that if the type A is getting activated, the type B would not be regulated, or the type B would not get activated in that scenario. So I hope this signaling pathway and all the other topics that we have discussed is clear to you. So if you like this video, please do like, share it with your friends, and please subscribe to my channel, and I'll be coming up very soon with the next plant hormone as well. So thank you so much for watching. Until then, keep learning.